Hello, lovely non-diet community. Renee here. I just wanted to quickly come on and summarize what I've talked about this month in the weekly email series. And this month, I unpacked meal planning and preparation and creating convenience and ease with food. And the reason why I decided to do this is because time and time again, both in my previous role as a clinical nutritionist and also my current role as a non-diet nutritionist and coach, I see the same thing. And it's women who know the foods that they want to eat, they know the recipes, they know how to create some kind of ease, they know that certain foods are going to be easier to make or easier to prepare. Yet there seems to be this block between actually implementing it. And I believe that there's two reasons why this happens. And that's what I wanted to explore with you this month. So the two reasons that I've seen is the rules and the restrictions that you place on what you should and should not be eating. So in other words, diet culture. So the dieting message that we have in society, the different messages that we get about what foods we should be eating and not eating, that can play a big part in making food confusing and overwhelming, particularly when you're at that point where you just need to put some food together. So when you've got that all swimming through your head, laid on top of the fact that maybe you've just got home from work, or maybe you need to put food on the table to feed your family, or maybe you've got some things happening on the weekend, lots of sports or commitments and other things. Of course, that, when you open the fridge or you open the pantry, you just stare at it because you see all this food. You're like, what am I meant to do with it? How many carbs did I have today? Am I allowed to eat at this point in time? Will my diet allow this? Or whatever it happens to be. Okay. Now, each of us have these rules and restrictions. That's why it's very different, but it's a commonality that I see. So I wanted to explore that and open up that question for yourself of what are the rules and restrictions that I have around food that might be getting in the way for creating ease and convenience, for just eating food and getting through the day and making it one less thing to worry about. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is our relationship with ease and convenience. And what I've observed is that the way we do and think in one part of our life also filters into other parts of our life. And what I mean by that is we are so used to being hustle, 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 and we can't stop. And it's considered lazy if we give ourselves, even 30 minutes to just sit and do nothing. We always feel like we need to be doing more, feeling more with our time, and this inner belief that we are not enough. Now, what I teach my clients is that our thoughts are actually creating this belief. It is not true that we're not enough. It's not true that we need to hustle. It's not true that we're lazy for sitting on a couch for 30 minutes or a whole day. This is entirely the thoughts and beliefs that we create for ourselves. And the link between that is if you struggle to give yourself the break and the rest and the ease and the convenience in your everyday life, whatever that looks like for you, whether it be slowing down, giving yourself more time to go to bed, taking care of yourself by, going for a walk rather than, spending another hour on the computer or, filling your day with more, whatever it happens to be for you. If you struggle with doing that, then it makes complete sense that you're also going to struggle with creating the ease and convenience around food because your default will be already thinking, well, I'm lazy, I'm not good enough, I'm not a good enough mum, I'm not a good enough partner because, gosh, I'm pulling out another frozen meal again this week, or I'm not cooking from scratch, or I've had to get takeaway on the way home, or I'm not following my meal plan exactly how I want to follow it. So that's another element that I encourage you to explore is what is your relationship with the term ease and convenience? Where is it showing up for you in your life where you're struggling to allow some ease and convenience into your life? Because that can be a roadblock to you creating that when it comes to food. So big month unpacking both of those concepts. And what I hope that you came away with is a bit more of self-awareness of where these blocks are showing up for you. That it's not a case that you're not planning enough or you're not preparing enough, because that's often the solution I hear from clients when I put it back on them, going, okay, well, if you feel like you're not eating how you want to eat, or you're not, you're just picking at food and grazing and you're not satisfied, or you're not prepared when you go to work and you just have to rely on whatever vending machine you find, what is the solution? And every single one of them say, well, I just need to prepare more. I just need to plan more. And I said, well, what's the problem with that? And they say, well, it's just another thing on my to-do list. It's just another thing that I have to try and fit into my day. And this is why I encourage you to not necessarily plan more or prepare more, but take a step back and look at what you're already doing and how can you make it easier? What are the rules and restrictions that you can let go to make food just something that you eat and consume and get on with your day? And what is your relationship to ease and convenience? How is that showing up for you in making it harder when it should be easier? So if you want to explore this further with me, I encourage you to get in touch with me. Now, I've got 2 ways that you can personally get in touch with me. The first one is one that I have done pretty much my entire career as a nutritionist, and that's a free 30-minute coaching call. And what that looks like is exploring one of these areas that you would like my help with, and we can nut it out together in 30 minutes. And if you want to continue working with me, then that is a perfect opportunity to ask some more questions about how I may be able to help you specifically. Now, the second thing is a really exciting offer that I haven't had for any longer than a week. So I'm really interested to see how this goes. And this is using Voxer, which is an app that you can download, and finding me, either Renee Bartlett or under the handle The Non-Diet Nutritionist, and send me a message directly. So you don't need to book in. You don't need to find 30 minutes of your day. You literally can talk to me or send a text. It's like a walkie-talkie, and get in touch with me that way and say, hey, Renee, I have this question, and then I'll take it from there. So there's 2 ways that you can get in touch. Nut out this. If there's something hanging over your mind, even if you feel like, oh, this feels like a silly question, or I don't know how to ask this, or I don't know what to do, this is the perfect opportunity to do it. So I'd love to hear from you, and I hope that you got some value out of this month's series. And I'll see you again, same place, next month, where I'm going to have another topic for you. All right, have a great month. Bye.